Should you ever skip leg day?
Find out next on Junk Feud.
Oh, yeah! Welcome to Junk Feud, the podcast about junk food, where we rate and review mystery treats to determine which one will be the undisputed champion of snacks. I'm your host, Mike. Alongside me, as always, Alyssa.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Liz.
So, after a very unsuccessful harvest, the farmer decided to take on a music career. Why?
After an unsuccessful harvest, the farmer decided to take on a music career. Why? I don't know. Why?
Because he had some sick beats.
He had some sick beats. Oh, my God. That is awful. Where do you find this stuff? That is, in fact, a dad joke, a joke you tell to your dad. If you'd like to submit a dad joke for Alyssa to tell me on the show, you can send it in to us via X or Threads at JunkFeudPod or via email to junkfeudpod@gmail.com. And Liz.
Yeah.
Welcome back once again to the world's yeetest podcast.
Hitting them with the Riz each and every week.
Alyssa, there's a great, big, beautiful dessert menu. Shining at the end of every meal. It's Theme Park Month, Alyssa, our month-long celebration of the greatest theme park treats from around the world. Welcome to the snackiest place on earth. To all who come to this yummy place, welcome. Junk Feud is your podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Are you excited about that intro?
Yes.
Well, you better be, because it's the last time you get to hear it this year, because this is the end, Alyssa, of Theme Park Month.
Whoa, wait, I sound like that drum. Like that one drum thing.
The snare drum?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Or like a sprinkler.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Alyssa's inaugural beatboxing competition. Boots and Cats. Liz, hey, like I was saying, it's the end of Theme Park Month. Do you know what else it's the end of, Alyssa?
A summer.
It's the end of summer, which means it's the end of season 1 of Junk Feud.
No!
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, season 2 just starts next week. There's really no change whatsoever.
Really no way of winning.
We're just going to keep doing the same thing we've been doing each and every week, which is bringing you the best in treats and snacks, and of course, our opinions on them. Liz.
I mean, personally, this one's not a fan favorite for me.
Well, we'll get to that. No spoilers, please. I want to know what you thought about
the intro, like not the intro. The thing that you click on kind of says what it is.
Well, yeah, of course. But that's not the format of the show, which it is imperative that we stick to, or else I will lose my mind. Lissa.
What?
What did you think about the first season of Junk Feud? What were some of your favorite treats that we had? Some of the champions that we had crowned on this show? Butterbeer, of course. You loved butterbeer.
Popcorn.
Yeah, movie theater popcorn for sure. 2 long reigning champions.
Yeah.
I mean, the current champ, Sunflower Seeds, total heel, by the way.
Wait, so does our champion go into season 2 or is it over?
Well, listen, we have 2 ways we can do this, and I haven't decided yet. And we'll take feedback, of course, from the fans. There's 2 options here. We can either wrap up the season and the champion of season 1 will remain the season 1 champion, and then we'll start a new season with season 2 with a new showdown. And then the champion of season 2 will remain the champion of season 2. And when we decide to end the show,
they'll all go against
we can have
each
a
other.
tournament where they all compete against each other. Or, and I'm thinking this is just the easiest way to do it, we just keep rolling with the champion, and whatever wins today rolls over as the season 2 champion. I mean, we already do keep the champions from Halloween, from October, and from the holiday season in December. So those transfer from year to year. So we could just keep rolling with it. What do you think?
Yeah. We'll keep rolling with it.
I think that's probably the best option.
The tournament sounds fun, but that's like a lot. Especially like if we end the show and there's like 25 chants.
Yeah, I know. That's true. And also all the good tournament puns are already taken. Doughboys already does Munch Madness, the tournament of champions, which I don't think I can cap. So I think we'll probably leave them to it, huh?
I'm going to think of one. For the Crunch Crown.
The Crunch Crown. That's pretty good. Yeah, I like that. That would be like, you know how wrestling does the King of the Ring? We could have the Crunch Crown. Very good. You know what? Hold that thought. That might be an idea for next month.
Munch Mountain.
Munch Mountain. The King of Munch Mountain?
Yeah.
The king of Munch Mountain gets to wear the Crunch Crown?
Yes. Yes.
All right. I like that quite a bit, actually. Hey, you know what else I like, Liz?
What? Food.
Of course. Listen, it wouldn't be theme park month without a trip to a theme park. So, Alyssa, what did I do last week?
This man went to Walt Disney World without me.
Yeah, without you or your mom or your brother, as a matter of fact. Your mom. Yeah, Liz, I went to Walt Disney World. I could not stand it. We were talking about all these treats. I had to get down there and try some of them for myself. Also, I had to go for work. Never mind that. Liz, it was a lucky twist of fate, of course. Shout out to Jeff Hardy. I just so happened to be in Orlando during theme park month. So I spent some time at Disney Springs where they have lots of wonderful snacks. And Alyssa spent a day at the Magic Kingdom, Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Great for you.
You're super psyched about that. Every time I would send you a picture of something that I was doing, you would respond with one thing and one thing only. What was that, Alyssa?
Poop emoji.
The poop emoji. Yeah, Grandma thought that was very funny. Grandma and Grandpa met me there. We got to spend some time together, which was great. Grandma went with me to the Magic Kingdom. We stayed until midnight. She was a trooper, Liz.
Wow.
Yeah, they had extra magic hours at the end of the night. So we stayed at the Magic Kingdom until midnight. Do you want to have a quick recap here of what I did and did not do during theme park month at a theme park? You don't have a choice. I've already written it in the notes.
Yes.
Okay, here's what I did. I got to do 3 of my top 4 Mount Crunchmore rides, Alyssa. So that means I got to do Pirates of the Caribbean, the Haunted Mansion, and the Jungle Cruise. All of those in the Magic Kingdom. I did not make it to Hollywood Studios, so I didn't get to do Tower of Terror. But while I was working down there, Grandma actually did go over and ride it herself, which I thought was funny.
Wow.
Yeah. It also means I didn't get to do any of the new attractions that are there since the last time we visited the park. So I didn't do Rise of the Resistance or Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind or the Runaway Railway, Ratatouille. I tried to get on the Tron Light Cycle ride, although I was shut out from the virtual queue, so I did not get to ride that. But
what does that mean?
So when Disney's doing this thing, and Universal did this too. Remember when we went on the Hagrid ride? When they have a new ride, they don't want people to just stand in line and clog up the queue all day and wait there for hours and hours and hours and then go home and complain.
So it's almost like a little reservation or something.
Yeah, so you can only try at certain times to reserve a spot in the virtual queue line. And it was like once at 7 a.m. and then again at 1 p.m. And then for extra magic nights, if you had an appropriate hotel reservation, you could try again at 6 p.m. And we tried at 6 p.m. and did not get it. Yeah, it was kind of a bummer. But I did get to do a lot of fun things that like I normally wouldn't get to do when we're all running around all of the parks trying to go on all the big attractions. So I got to do the Enchanted Tiki Room, which we talked about last week. That was fun. We went on the Carousel of Progress. You remember the Carousel of Progress, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fun one. That ride malfunctioned while we were on it. So, you know, like the theater spins around and you get to see the different show scenes. Well, our spinning theater got stuck in between show scenes. So it was really awkward. People were very confused. This guy kept getting on the PA system to say, we're gonna watch this scene again. Please stay in your seats. We're gonna watch this scene again. But nobody could understand what he was saying. So they all kept like getting up and wandering around. And he kept having to interrupt the scene to tell everybody to sit down and be quiet. That was kind of annoying. A lot of people think that ride is annoying, actually, but I love it. It's so fun.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You know what was better than fine, Alyssa?
Your mom.
Thanks. I got to eat a lot of very interesting snacks while I was there, Liz.
What?
So there's a few that I would like to relitigate from a couple of past episodes this month. With your permission, what do you think?
It's fine.
Okay, I had Dole Whip, Alyssa.
Wow.
Real live Dole Whip from the Disney properties. Not just one, Alyssa. I had 3 different types of Dole Whip.
Yup.
Yeah, that's right, because there's this place called the Swirls on the Water kiosk at Disney Springs, and they sell a Dole Whip sampler, Alyssa. It has classic pineapple and vanilla swirl.
The pineapple, so the Dole Whip didn't taste the same as Taylor's, right?
No, it didn't. It was better.
I know.
I think Taylor's had their mix a little bit off, or else the machine hadn't been used recently, and it was a little bit watery and a little bit icy, which I think led to our depressed scores for it. Mm-hmm. So the classic pineapple and vanilla swirl knocked it out of the park, for sure. We also had a raspberry and lemon swirl. Grandma liked that one the best. She said it was very refreshing. And then there was also orange and watermelon mixed together, which I thought was pretty nice. A little bit artificial tasting. But Liz, I'm changing my Dole Whip score from last week to S tier because of that pineapple and vanilla.
Well, I can't change mine because I haven't had it.
Yeah, well, so do you think my S tier ranking for Dole Whip is... No, you don't think it beats sunflower seeds with that score? We don't get to do the chew over? No, not at all. All right, well, here's one that might here's one that I might agree with you on. I had a Disney Parks churro, Alyssa.
Blech.
Yeah, well, this was what do you mean, bleh?
One word. Blech.
You liked the churro.
I didn't like the dark part.
I know that it was kind of weird, wasn't it? That they had the bicolor churro.
It's different.
It was a little bit different. It was a little bit dry, a little bit, I don't know, blandish, I guess. It's a lot of dough and not enough cinnamon sugar given the surface area of that snack. But, Liz, if you recall, the Disney Parks churros were different than the twisted ones, right?
Yeah, they're just straight.
Yeah, well, so I thought, because this became a bit of an ordeal. I was on the fence. I didn't know if I was actually going to get any time to go into the parks because I thought I could get all the snacks that I wanted at Disney Springs. So I went over to Disney Springs one night to get a churro. What do you think I found there, Alyssa?
Twisted churros.
Yeah, twisted churros. Can you believe that?
Come on, Disney, step up your game.
They had the exact same Costco churros, the twisted ones from J&J Snack Foods.
That makes me so upset.
At 2 separate carts at Disney Springs. So I had to buy a park ticket so I could go into the Magic Kingdom on a whim to see if they actually had the real straight churros. And thank goodness, Alyssa, they did. Grandma and I went to Anti-Gravity's Galactic Goodies in Tomorrowland in the Magic Kingdom, and they did, in fact, have the standard straight Disneyland-style churros. So we each got one, and we ate those while we were waiting to try to get our virtual queue for the Tron ride, and they were good, Alyssa. So I think I can change my score probably to an A flat for the churros. Here's the thing. It wasn't as good as I remember the Disneyland churro being. I think it's probably the same product, but in my memory, it wasn't exactly the same. It wasn't as hot. It wasn't as crispy. The cinnamon wasn't as fragrant. The sugar wasn't as sweet. I thought it was actually a bit stale, Liz.
Ew.
Yeah, it was better than the twisted churros for sure, but not nearly as good as the one from Anaheim. Liz.
What?
That was not the only snacking disappointment I encountered last week.
Really?
Yeah, and hey, that reminds me of this week's snack. Alyssa, up next on Junk Feud, it's...
Turkey legs.
Turkey legs, gobble gobble. I've been waiting for this one for a long time, Liz.
I didn't even know we were doing it until yesterday.
That's right. You didn't even know that turkey legs were a theme park thing, did you?
No, I thought they were just from Thanksgiving.
Yeah, well, Liz, I mean, what is a turkey leg?
It's a leg from a turkey seasoned and cooked. There you go.
Thank you. Good night.
Literally,
yeah, I mean, that's
like
it.
1,000,000 calories, more than 50 grams of fat, more than 5,000 milligrams of sodium to begin with. That's just a lot of cured meat.
Yeah, so I mean, you were not exaggerating there. A Disney Parks style, Renaissance Fair style, we'll get to that, turkey leg, one of those big honkin' like caveman style hunks of roasted meat. Yeah, they're enormous. Is 1,000 calories, and like you said, more than 50 grams of fat, more than 5,000 milligrams of sodium. That's like a couple days worth.
That's like six bags of sunflower seeds.
Yeah, it's
Let's
a lot.
Put it that.
But like you said, it's just a cured, smoked turkey's leg, honestly. It's simple food for simple people, Alyssa.
Yeah.
But it's iconic. Like the Mickey bar, the Mickey pretzel, the Dole Whip, the churro. It is a food that has become associated with Disney parks. But why do you think there's that association, Liz? Let's talk about some of the interesting things about turkey legs, because you got to eat one for the first time ever yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. For one, like you said, these things are huge, enormous.
Yes.
The standard ones that you get in the parks, usually like anywhere between 1.5 pounds and 2 pounds. That's a lot of leg meat, Alyssa.
That is a lot of leg meat, Dad.
It's so much, in fact, that there is an urban legend about them. Do you know what that is?
What?
That they are not, in fact, turkey legs at all, and that they do not, in fact, come from turkeys, but rather they come from a larger bird, the emu. Do you think what we had last night was an emu leg?
No.
No, of course not.
Wait, look, it was more like 26 bags.
26 bags of sunflower seeds to equal 5,000 milligrams of sodium?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's actually pretty interesting too, because sunflower seeds are just, if you recall, roasted sunflower seeds and salt.
Yeah.
That was it, for the plain ones anyway. That's why I've been eating those reduced sodium ones. You know, I do have to go for my blood pressure checkup in about 2 days. So probably I shouldn't be eating giant turkey legs that are super salty. Anyway, Liz, we were saying these are not, in fact, emu legs. They are not ostrich meat. Both the Disney parks and Snopes.com, the myth-busting webpage, have debunked this myth. Do you know why these are bigger than the turkey legs that you traditionally see at Thanksgiving? We talked about this earlier, Liz.
Because it's a male turkey.
Yeah, they come from tom turkeys. The female turkeys, the hens that people eat on Thanksgiving, are smaller, usually like 18 to 20 pounds towards the top end of those.
Can't the males go up to 50?
Yeah, male tom turkeys are like 50 pounds. Those are big boys, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And also, here's an interesting data point, Alyssa. If they were, in fact, emu taste more like beef than it does like poultry, so people would be able to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, these are also super salty. 5,000 milligrams of sodium, which is like twice as much as a day's worth of sodium. And Alyssa, people say they don't exactly taste like turkey like you might have at Thanksgiving.
They don't.
You also say that they don't. So you said they're super salty. They don't taste like turkey. We'll get into what they do taste like, but part of that flavor profile is smoke, obviously, because they're smoked turkey legs. That's how they're prepared.
Yeah.
Some people say, Alyssa, that the meat tastes like ham.
It does.
Did you find that as well?
It tastes like a big ham.
Yeah, and what color was it?
Pink.
It was pink. It was like reddish.
That's because it's what's that word called?
Cured.
Cured, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. The
I was
color.
gonna say condensed.
It's condensed. Condensed meat. So
that actually has a good tune to it. Condensed meat.
Come get a can of condensed meat. Condensed meat.
So
condensed meat. That is disgusting.
I'm
isn't
gonna
it?
have Siri turn that into a song later.
Yeah, maybe we can ask GPT to make a condensed meat song for us. I smell a t-shirt, Alyssa. Condensed meat t-shirt. Well, like we were saying, Alyssa, the color and the flavor and the salt comes from this brining and curing process because they do use special salts and nitrates, just like with ham, that work their way into the meat and they make it change color and they make it change the taste. So the reason that they taste and look like ham is because they're prepared in the same way as ham.
Wow.
Yeah, so Liz, how do we get from a giant cured smoked tom turkey leg to Walt Disney World? How does that happen? How does it get there?
It's a cute story.
Yeah, it's kind of a cute story,
Make
which
me
is
tear up.
well, I mean, that's a fun thing to say. It's kind of a cute story when you're talking about the Disney parks because that was the title of a book that was written by an Imagineer named Rolly Crump. He recently passed away. R.I.P. to a real one. I think we might have talked about Rolly Crump on the show before.
Probably have.
So here's kind of how we get there. Liz, I said these words earlier. Renaissance Fair. Do you know what a Renaissance Fair is?
No. Kinda?
Have you ever been to one?
No.
Okay, so we'll save that thought for later, but the gist of it is this, because we're going to try to find an excuse to do another episode about Renaissance fairs, because they're insane. But Ren fairs basically recreate Middle Age and Renaissance culture in an immersive way. So like you get to go to a place and the people there are acting like they're in the Middle Ages or the Renaissance. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at photos of the Renaissance fair now.
They did this in Liv and Maddie.
Yes, there have been many episodes of sitcoms at Renaissance fairs because they're very silly places. But part of the immersion there...
Oh, no, Jesse. That's what it was.
I was on Jesse?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
And they like fell off the Hollywood sign or something like that.
That was a good episode.
That was.
Liz.
What? And Bertram was the king.
Of course, King Bertram. Naturally.
I wonder how old he is now.
Is this how your brain works?
Yeah.
Bertram from Jesse, you type into Google as we're recording this show live. Lissa, Renaissance fairs are popular with a certain set, like a bunch of different people that like that thing. And
he aged beautifully.
He sure did. Shout out to Kevin Chamberlain, Bertram from Jesse. Liz.
He went to Rutgers.
Did he really? Fascinating. Shout out to hometown boy Kevin Chamberlain Bertram from
the one in New Brunswick.
Jesse. Well, yeah, that's the one. Liz.
What?
It's kind of like part of the immersion that you get to walk around the fair and pretend like you're a feudal lord or a lady who's munching on a giant piece of roasted meat by, holding this big turkey leg up, and it's large and it's comical and it sort of fits in.
And they have like soup and stuff.
Yes, they probably also have soup and stuff. I would imagine so. So, Liz, when we were talking about churros, we said that there was a Disney employee that went to a car race and he thought the churros there would work well in the parks. Well, the same thing happened with the turkey legs. There was this guy named Dave Jarrett. He was working at Walt Disney World, and he went to a Renaissance fair, and he saw the big turkey legs, and he thought that they would work thematically in a certain part of the park. So he went back and he pitched at one of the foods meetings that they should start selling giant turkey legs. And he was like almost laughed out of the room. Nobody thought that this was a good idea, but he persevered because he thought it was, in fact, a good idea. And they finally let him sell them in a single cart near Big Al's coonskin caps in Frontierland, Alyssa.
Wow. Is that the one where Goofy's ride is?
No, Goofy's ride, the Barnstormer, is in Fantasyland, but just down the street
I was close.
Is Frontierland, and Big Al's coonskin caps was outside of, do you recall what attraction that Big Al is from?
No.
The Country Bear Jamboree.
I've never seen that movie. That's a movie?
There is, in fact, a movie, but there's an attraction, Alyssa, at the Disney parks called the Country Bear Jamboree. Remember where the animatronic bears sing songs and it's really funny?
Yeah.
Yeah. Grandma and I sat through that the other day, and it holds up. It's so great. The crowd loves it every time. Big shout out to the Country Bear Jamboree. Anyway, Alyssa, this was 1989 when this happened. What else was going on in 1989?
The Lexus made its first cars.
Yeah, that was the debut year for Lexus vehicles. Grandpa had one of those original model year Lexus cars. It had a car phone in the center console, which we thought was like the height of luxury at the time, even though I don't know if we ever actually turned it on, but it was there.
The Ayatollah issued a fatwa against Salman Rushdie.
Yes, do you know what any of those words mean?
Nope, so let's move on to the next one. The first GPS satellites were launched. Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web.
Tim Berners-Lee, yes, also recently deceased. Shout out to Tim Berners-Lee, R.I.P. to the legend.
And shout out to a legend.
That's right.
Gorbachev went to China. Good for you, man. Ken Griffey Jr. played his rookie season.
Yeah, Ken Griffey Jr.
Candy bar.
Ken Griffey Jr. has a candy bar. I have one of those lists, so he's part of the Junk Feud extended universe.
The Menendez brothers,
Alyssa.
murdered their parents and then went to a basketball game.
Yeah, they did. They're definitely not part of the Junk Feud extended universe. You know how?
Shoot your shot, man.
Well, listen to this. The Menendez brothers, they killed their parents. They went to a basketball game. They sat courtside. There is a basketball card of, I forget who it is, Mark somebody. And
he looks scary.
Well, they're scared. They're old and crusty and...
They're not dead?
Imprisoned now. No, this was 1989. It wasn't that long ago.
I thought they would kill them.
And they are in the background sitting courtside on this basketball card the night that they had murdered their parents. It was insane. Anyway, let's also 1989.
I'm not done. I want to do it.
You want to keep going? Please do.
The Dalai Lama.
I'm sorry, what?
The Dalai.
Who?
Dalai.
The Dalai Lama.
The Dalai Lama won the Nobel Peace Prize.
Big hitter, the llama.
Junk Feud. Spirit animal Taylor Swift was born.
Shout out to Tay-Tay.
And Sloth from the Goonies.
Yeah, John Matuszak. Very sad from the Goonies.
Okay, so why are turkey legs at Disney?
Yes, that's right. Liz, why are they at Disney?
Because they're fun.
Yeah, because they're fun. It's awesome to walk around and feel like a caveman. That's right. It looks like a big brontosaurus leg. You're walking around, you're eating it. It's a good walking snack. You can hold it in your hand.
The correct term is brontosaurus femur. I like that one more.
Brontosaurus femur, sure. Liz, Walt Disney used to use a phrase when he was talking about the design of his theme parks, and it was the weenie. Do you know what the weenie of the park was?
7L
L7
weenie.
No, that was L7 weenie means you're being derogatory towards someone and putting them down. Walt Disney used the weenie as a term of endearment because it was related to the hot dogs that he used to get at the old parks that he would go to that partially inspired Disneyland, and it was the thing that would lure you into the park. So the weenie in Magic Kingdom is the castle, and in Epcot it's the big golf ball, Spaceship Earth, obviously, and the Chinese Theater at Hollywood Studios, the Tree of Life at Animal Kingdom.
Now, like a mini Epcot Earth.
Uh-huh.
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
So anyway, like we said, these are iconic treats.
She's an icon. She's a legend.
The turkey leg is an icon and a legend, and Disney has leaned into this, Alyssa. They have really embraced the popularity of this treat, and they say they sell about 2 million turkey legs a year. How many turkeys is that, Liz?
2... I can't do that math. Wait, how many legs?
2 million.
So 1 million.
Very good. Shout out to basic math.
My math in my head.
Liz, do you know that you can get turkey leg hats and shirts and magnets and air fresheners and phone wallpaper and even other foods shaped like turkey legs at Disney parks?
I just got a new phone case today.
Congratulations. It's lovely.
Thank you.
Do you know what the other food shaped like a turkey leg is at the Disney parks?
A ham.
No, it's a Rice Krispie treat.
Oh.
Do you know, I mean, why did something like this happen? Why does a giant turkey leg become popular and iconic, Liz?
Because a lot of this had to do with the era in the late 2000s and early 2010s. That's when I was born.
Why are you talking like that?
When bad food had a moment, and I mean endearingly, this is when people were adopting bacon as a personality. For example, some people leaned into a big, crazy turkey legs as a favorite theme park snack because they were so ridiculous.
Yeah, but also, Alyssa, there was a bit of strategy to this. And here's what I mean by that.
Just like Taylor Swift's mindset. She's got a good strategy going on.
Yeah, the strategy is be the most popular person alive, and whatever happens after that is just money in the bank, right?
Yeah.
Well, Alyssa, there was money in the bank to be had with turkey legs, not for Disney, but for actual people that were visiting the theme parks, because for a while before the internet was like widely sharing theme park tips, there were people who would go to theme parks and then they would write books about it, like guides on how to do the theme parks most efficiently.
I heard if you bring like a little notebook, like a little notepad and pen, and you like pretend like you're writing stuff down, they like give you free food and make it look extra good.
Do you mean like in restaurants?
Yeah.
Do you know why that is?
Why?
Because there is this company that hires people to be secret shoppers, and then they sell their services to restaurants. I don't know if this is still a practice that's in play today. It was certainly when I worked at restaurants. There were secret shoppers. Secret shoppers looked like everybody else, but they would come to your restaurant and they would order food just like normal, but then they would submit a report at the end to the company they worked with, and that company would share that report with the restaurant, and you would be graded on your service standards for them. And most of the time, these people were just independent contractors, didn't know anything about the restaurant, so they would have to take notes on the things they were doing. So that was one of the telltale signs that you had a secret shopper, that they were taking notes of how long it took you to greet them, how long it took you to put a cocktail napkin on their table, how long it took you to return with their drinks, to take their order, how knowledgeable you were about the menu, how friendly you were. All of these different things were ways that you were graded on your service standards in a restaurant that had secret shoppers.
Wow.
Yeah, it was incredibly nerve-wracking. You never wanted to be secret shopped.
Why? Because it's bad? It's scary?
Well, because they held an outsized amount of power over you, because if you had a bad night or the kitchen was slow or whatever, it would be reflected in your service standard scores. And then your bosses would say, secret shopper gave you a bad score. And then like maybe you got fired. That was bad.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, what would happen for Disney visitors was that they were always trying to find tips and tricks to save money. And one of the biggest expenses at Disney theme parks in particular, all theme parks really, but Disney theme parks in particular, was that the food was so expensive, Liz.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there last week, and the basic fast food cheeseburger and French fries combo was like $20 to $25 in some places.
Bro, their cheeseburgers are literally the size of my palm.
Is that good or bad?
That's not good. My hand is tiny.
You have small hands. Okay. Just wanted to clarify. Well, here's the thing. The turkey legs were huge, and they were relatively cheap for their size. So, like, you could easily feed 2 people with a single turkey leg. And even though they were sold as a snack and priced as a snack, they were like enough food for a whole meal. So, you know, they were like $6 or $7 or $8 or $9 or whatever it was back then. So, you know, for a few bucks, 2 people would get to eat an entire meal at the park. And that was sort of like a secret bargain, a tip and trick that people would pass back and forth to each other. So that was pretty neat. Now, of course, that era's over. Disney has like tons of data available to them. They know exactly who's buying what and where and when and why and how. So, you know, the price of the turkey leg has steadily climbed to some equilibrium point. And now it's anywhere from like $12 to $15, depending on where you get them in the park.
Yeah.
Yeah, so needless to say, Liz, when I used to go to the parks and I wanted to save money, I never skipped leg day.
You had money?
Well, you know, enough for a turkey leg. Not very much, though.
From where? Hula hens.
Yeah, I did have some money from being secret shopped when I waited tables. That's right.
Did you actually get secret shop before?
Yeah, of course. I think like everybody that I knew that worked at the restaurant did at one point or another.
Did the banana girl do it too?
The banana girl? Who's the banana girl?
The girl that sang the banana song, the Bananas.
Gwen Stefani?
No, I thought the girl that you worked with sang that.
Oh, bartender Cheryl. Shout out to Cheryl. Yeah, she probably did. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm amazed that you remember that. I barely remember it, and it actually happened to me.
That's like my favorite memory from the show.
Your favorite memory of the show is that Cheryl, the bartender, used to sing Holla Back Girl at 9 a.m. because it was on VH1. No
holla back girl.
That's very funny. Liz, I want to tell you about...
I'm going to find her Facebook after this. I'm going to send her a message.
Okay, well, good luck, because I don't actually know what her name is.
Oh.
It's just Cheryl.
Bartender Cheryl.
Bartender Cheryl.
We'll just look that up.
Yeah, good luck with that. Liz, speaking of good luck, I did not have good luck when I went to Disney World. Spoiler alert. Here's the deal. I knew this episode was coming up. I knew there was a limited chance that I would be able to find them anywhere else, so I tried to get a turkey leg at Disney while I was there. Do you notice, Alyssa, that I said tried?
Yeah. You didn't get it, did you?
Well, we'll see in a moment. There are 4 places that you can get turkey legs in the Magic Kingdom itself. There's one place you can get them at Disney Springs. This becomes important later. You can also get one at Epcot, I guess, but I didn't go there. They're at the American Experience Pavilion, so that doesn't count. Now, I did go to the Magic Kingdom. The park was open late, like I said, until midnight, but I did not get there until after 4 p.m. because I was working. So here's the rub. Certain eateries of those 4 have turkey legs, but at different times during the day because of how long it takes to prepare them. They're smoked for like 24 hours before they're put on sale. So some have them, but only after 11 p.m. and before 5 p.m. And some have them from like 5 to 9, and then some only have them after 9. So there were only a few places that I could have gone. Here's what happened. By the time that I got there, the first place that I thought would have them didn't have them anymore. So then Grandma and I went on some rides. We saw some shows. We had dinner at the Jungle Cruise Skipper Canteen, which was really fun. I've never been there before. I like that. But then after we ate, I wasn't hungry, so I skipped by the next place that had turkey legs. And I was holding out for like this last place that only had them after 9 p.m. because I was thinking we're going to be there late. This will be my late night snack. What a great idea. I'm very confident at this point, Alyssa, because I see lots of people walking around with the giant turkey legs and everyone's looking at them. They've got these big smiles. They're so proud of this giant hock of meat that they're carting around. Anyway, so it gets late, and after the 9 o'clock fireworks show, most people leave the parks. They like think that's it, or the kids are tired or whatever. So that's the prime time between 9 and 10 when it normally would close, and then 10 to 12 when the extra magic hours are, that you can go on all the attractions that had longer lines during the day. So this is when we went on Pirates and Haunted Mansion and Jungle Cruise and Small World and Peter Pan's Flight. We get done there. It's after 9 p.m. It was closer to 11, actually. So I walk over to the stand that I think has them, Sleepy Hollow Refreshments. Liz.
What?
They're already closed.
Well, I guess Sleepy Hollow was pretty sleepy.
Yeah, Sleepy Hollow was definitely out cold. So I, did what anyone else would do. I went on Space Mountain.
Do people that work at Disney, sleep there?
What?
Do they have, a hotel that they stay at and then, go to work?
Oh, so, no. Most people there work normal shift hours like anybody else, and then they go home. They have, employee parking lots where you see them come in the morning and leave at night. They live in the surrounding area. Some of them live in, I believe Disney does have some housing for some classes of employees that live nearby there. I'm pretty sure that nobody is actually living in the parks that's working there, though. They do have overnight crews that come in to clean and make repairs and set up for different holiday events and such, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I go on Space Mountain. I think I'm going to die on the ride as usual the entire time because it's scary in the dark. It's not built for people that are my size.
It's built like me and Chase size.
Yeah, even you and Chase, the way that ride is constructed, it feels like abject terror the entire time because you're whipping back and forth in complete darkness. All the struts from the interior structure look like they are like danger close to your skull.
Terrifying.
Absolutely terrifying, but I love that ride. Liz.
What?
The next night, I knew I had another chance because we were going to Disney Springs for dinner, and I knew that they had turkey legs at the House of Blues Smokehouse.
Really?
Yeah, but then we went to dinner, and I ate a giant chopped salad, which was really good, but very filling. And then I also heard that this place called The Polite Pig had a bourbon on the rocks chocolate chip cookie, and I wanted to find out what that was, so I got one of those.
They're so good.
It was pretty good. It was a giant chocolate chip cookie, and they had these chocolate rocks on the top, and I guess they use bourbon vanilla in it, so that's why, bourbon on the rocks, chocolate rocks. You get it?
Yeah.
And then I wanted to have the Dole Whip, of course, so I got the Dole Whip Trio sampler flight. And by then I was stuffed, and I couldn't even think of eating a turkey leg at all. So Grandma and I went and shopped for a little bit. We found that Oogie Boogie for Chase that he likes. And then, we're going to leave, so we're going back past the smokehouse because it's on the way to the car. I get there, the window's open. I go up to the guy and I say, I'd like 1 smoked turkey leg, please. And he says, bro, we sold out. And I was devastated.
That sucks.
So you know what I had to do? I had to fly back to New Jersey. I was going to do that anyway, but I had to fly back to New Jersey. And there's nowhere around us that sells, ready-to-eat smoked turkey legs. None of the barbecue restaurants have them. There is no carnival or fair in town right now. There are, in fact, Alyssa, restaurants that do sell just smoked turkey legs that are like on trend. There's one in Dallas, but none of those are here. But you know where they did have them?
Where?
Prepackaged in cryovac packs at BJ's, the warehouse club.
I've been in BJ's once, and it's literally just like Costco.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Did you go to Costco today?
I did go to Costco today.
So you got my stuff?
I did get your stuff.
So we can make my Korean corn dogs?
You can, if you want to, make a Korean corn dog. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Liz.
Yeah.
We don't have a BJ's membership.
No, we don't.
So I had to buy a BJ's membership. I had to stop on the way home from the airport to pick up a 2-pack of enormous giant turkey legs as I'm driving home. Needless to say, your mother was not thrilled about this whatsoever. Your mom did not want me to buy another warehouse company membership, but, we have one now. We might not have however much money we spent on that, but now we have a BJ's membership. That's right.
And there's not even one close to us.
There is. It's like 15 minutes away. It's not far.
Yeah, that's not as close as all the other places that we could have gone.
It's, in fact, closer than Costco.
Well, Costco's better.
I agree. Shout out to Costco. Liz.
You go, Costco.
We had to do this. We had to do it for Junk Feud. You have to better the program. Yeah. There's no time for us today to talk about the Renaissance Fair. We will make time to do that on a different show. But I can assure you that it was going to the Renaissance Fair, Alyssa, was one of my favorite memories from childhood, surprisingly enough.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you know what is my favorite part of this show?
Alyssa reads the ingredients.
Alyssa reads the ingredients. Liz, what are the ingredients in a smoked turkey leg?
This one's easy for me.
Yeah.
Turkey, water, salt, sodium phosphate, sodium erythorbate.
Erythorbate, that's a new one.
Erythorbate, I've never seen that one.
Yeah.
Sodium nitrate.
Yeah, very good. So this is just turkey and then a brining solution that's injected into it to cure it.
Yeah.
Are you ready, Liz?
Yes.
Well, then let's get to the rules of the game. Are you ready for the rules of the game?
Yes.
Do you want to say them?
What?
Do you want to say... Do you want to say the rules of the game?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Let's get to the rules of the game.
I already did that part.
Junk Feud is a culinary clash to see which tree will be crowned the undisputed champion of snack. It's a King of the Mountain style battle in which the reigning champ takes on a new challenger each week to see which snack reigns supreme.
And Alyssa, the reigning defending undisputed champion of snacks is...
Sunflower seeds.
Sunflower seeds. I cannot believe that Dole Whip didn't win, Liz.
Yeah.
I think if you asked like 9 out of 10 people, they would say Dole Whip is the best theme park snack for sure.
Well, sunflower seeds aren't a theme park snack.
Yeah, I know. And I think that's why they keep cheating to win. They're putting their feet on the ropes and holding the tights.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, I planned a lot of this season around booking a long title run for Dole Whip. It was supposed to be like a coronation, like the pinnacle of theme park month. And now we have a holdover from road trip month as we're heading into season 2 and snack to school.
Well, I would say Dole Whip, but I have not had like a good Dole Whip.
Well, whatever. I hope you're happy.
I hope you're happy.
Is that a Taylor Swift song also?
Like how you were with me. Olivia Rodrigo.
Sorry, Olivia Rodrigo. Shout out to Olivia Rodrigo.
They talk about their old heartbreaks. Like, how many people have y'all dated? You're in your like 20s and 30s.
Listen, it's evergreen. I heard somebody say the other day that Olivia Rodrigo...
Did you say evergreen?
Yeah. It's an evergreen topic. That just means it's something that you can go back to over and over again.
Oh.
Young girls singing about broken hearts.
I wish
all right.
you all...
Somebody told me the other day that Olivia Rodrigo is America's favorite 20-year-old teenager.
Say you love her, baby, just not like you love me.
Anyway, Alyssa, trials and tribulations aside, we have turkey legs.
Think of me.
There are no run-ins today, Alyssa. It's just us.
And some smoked
meat. And that means, Alyssa, it's crunch time.
Crunch time. We rate our snacks using a tier list from sprinkles to fun dip.
Sprinkles to fun dip.
So snacks can be graded A, B, C, D, or F, with the with the very best treats earning the elusive S tier ranking. The following contest is scheduled for one serving.
One serving!
It is for the undisputed champion of snacks.
Wrong.
Of junk food.
Very good. So, Liz, what did you think? You didn't get to see the turkey legs in the packaging because I was preparing them when you came home from softball practice. So I will just tell you that the packaging is very unappealing and unattractive. It is a plastic vacuum pack with 2 giant hocks of meat smushed in it. So, not much going on in the way of packaging. And even when you get them in the parks, they're handed to you with the bone part wrapped in like some wax paper and then sometimes in like a hot bag, like one of those foil bags that's supposed to keep things hot and
ours
moist.
Were not wrapped.
No, ours were not wrapped because I made them at home.
You didn't prepare them for me, Dad.
Well, I could have. I mean, we do have wax paper here. I could have made a foil packet, but it really wasn't adding anything to it. But I will tell you this, the look of these things, Alyssa.
It makes you look like a caveman with a wooden bang, bang,
yeah, like a big club. It's unbelievable. The sheer size of these things. I think the one we had was something on the order of like 2.5 pounds.
Yeah.
It's enormous. They're wonderful. It looks like a literal cartoon. I can't think of anything better. A literal cartoon.
Literally.
Liz.
What?
Tell me a little bit about the smell, because we talked about this when we pulled them out of the oven. What did they smell like?
What?
They smelled like bacon.
They smell like Taylor ham.
You said they smelled like Taylor ham, which is not a thing. It's a meat called pork roll, actually. Everyone that says Taylor ham is, in fact, incorrect. But, Liz.
Taylor ham and pork roll, same thing.
I think that pork roll is a little bit tangier and spicier in its scent than bacon, which is a little bit more smoky, meaty, sort of umami scented.
It just smelled like ham.
It did. It smelled like roasted, like deeply roasted browned meat with that bacon smokiness to it. Not much in the way of sound. I mean, there was some sizzling. You can't get like a good crunch or bite out of this, but the taste, Alyssa.
I just pulled a fly out of my nose.
You just pulled a what?
A fly out of my nose.
A fly out of your nose?
Yes.
How does something like this happen in the world? Why was there a fly in your nose?
From cheer.
We've been recording for 45 minutes. There was a fly up your nose this whole time? How are you even speaking? How are you breathing?
It was like that big.
Oh my goodness.
Like a gnat, not a fly. Flies are like that big.
A winged creature in your nostril.
Yes.
Well, what did the fly think about the turkey leg, Liz?
Well, the fly is dead.
Oh. Well, what did you think about the turkey leg? Because
it was fine. It was okay.
You're saying it's fine and okay, but that's yesterday. You seemed to be quite pleased with it because it tastes good. The first bite of this thing where you get some of the crispy skin on the outside.
It's hard to eat it.
It's hard to eat because it is, in fact, so large. The meat is tender and juicy, but also smoky and a little bit like it pulls apart like it's a little bit stringy almost, but not in a bad way because it's so tender that you can still chew right through it. The tendons down towards the bottom of the bone are problematic. They can be sharp. They can kind of get in the way. That's not a good bite, but that first bite of turkey leg meat, when you gnaw cleanly through it and pretend that you're like Fred Flintstone and it's salty and juicy and smoky and roasty is so good.
And roasty and toasty.
Roasty toasty. Yeah. I mean, like if crunchy salt is the ideal for those type of snacks, like roasty toasty is the ideal for roasted meats. And this had it, Alyssa.
Yes.
I would say, allow me, if I can, to say that the turkey leg had the W Riz.
Don't do that.
Is that a real thing?
Don't do that.
I heard somebody say that the other day.
Who? Probably me.
It may well have been.
Well,
you.
I taught Chase what Riz meant, so like he does it to me now. He goes, "Hey, Lissa, there's something on your shirt."
Oh,
and
God.
Then, and then he goes, Riz.
Okay, so one rule we have with Chase is that he's not allowed to say things that he sees on YouTube videos. Now I'm going to have to teach him not to repeat things that you say.
Yeah, he said something naughty today, but I'm not allowed to tell you.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. Thanks for letting me know that you're not going to tell me. But I do want to know what you thought of this snack. Like, what were some of your reactions upon actually eating the turkey leg? Because already you've said it was fine.
I mean, it wasn't like bad. It just tastes like ham. Like,
yeah, so
it doesn't taste like turkey at all.
That's true.
It just they should just call it A ham leg.
It's not a ham leg. It's a turkey leg.
It's a ham leg.
I mean, you can get a ham leg.
Wait, a ham's a real thing?
What?
Wait, a ham's not an animal.
I'm sorry. What animal do you think ham comes from?
A pig.
Correct. What do pigs walk on?
Dirt.
My God, legs.
Feet?
They're legs. Pigs have legs. You could have a ham leg. Oh my goodness.
On grass and dirt.
Yeah, well, that's true most of the time. Sure. I was thinking about this today. Do pigs know that they smell bad? Like, when we smell something and it smells bad to us, it's probably like an evolutionary response that was based on like many years of people having to train their bodies and brains not to eat rotten food so that they didn't die. But pigs probably don't care about that. So do they know that, like, do things that smell bad to us smell bad to pigs? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. If red ants suck your blood, are you the parent? Because they need your blood to make their eggs?
Well, this has been Philosophy Corner with Alyssa. I don't know. That's a good question. Here's what I do want to know, Liz.
What?
Let's hit the bliss point. What's your score? What do you think from Sprinkles to Fun Dip?
B+.
The giant turkey. B+?
Yes.
I mean, B+ is a respectable score.
Yeah. So respect me, man.
I mean...
RESPCT.
I'm sorry, what?
Find out what it means to me. Did I spell it wrong?
Well, you started saying the letters like you were saying Reese PC.
RESPCT.
See?
Find out what it means to me. RESPCT.
Respect.
RECSPCT. I don't know how to spell it.
Not even close. Listen.
Wait, it's RESCPCT. I spelled it wrong. There's an E somewhere in there. Respect.
Oh my goodness.
RESPECT. Oh, that's how it goes.
All right, so we've done math and spelling today. What's left?
RESPECT. Find out what it means to me. Okay, go.
Liz.
What?
I don't know what to do. I'm torn between an A flat and an A+.
Just
if I think back,
A half.
there's no such thing as A half. If I think back to other snacks that we've rated as an A+, I'm thinking like, wasn't double stuffed Oreo an A+? Do I think that a turkey leg? I know we're not comparing it because the turkey leg is competing against itself, not against the Oreo. But for standardization, just for my own edification here, is a turkey leg as good to me as a double stuffed Oreo is? I don't think it is. I think they're really, really good. I think it's like my go-to theme park meal, which makes it almost not eligible to be on the show, but the Disney parks do consider these to be a snack because you can use a snack credit from the Disney dining plan.
It's bigger than my head. I don't know how that's a snack.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll go A flat. A flat for the turkey leg.
My idea of a snack is like a bag of hot Cheetos, like the party size, and then a bag of Takis. So I guess that could be like a Nick avocado mukbang.
That's disgusting. Was it your cousin Bella that was telling me that like kids at her high school would eat an entire bag of hot Cheetos and a full sugar Coke for breakfast?
Yeah.
Because that's nuts, by the way.
Yeah. Like how Matt Stoney does it.
Yeah. Teenagers are built differently, I guess. All right, Liz.
I'm built different. That sounds funny.
Lissa.
What?
I gave it an A. You gave it a B+. What do you think?
No.
Does the giant... Oh, my God. So that you say the giant turkey leg is not better than sunflower seeds?
Actually, no. So.
I can't believe that sunflower seeds lasted through Road Trip Month and through all of Theme Park Month. What a gambit. What a gauntlet. Your winner
Gambit.
and still reigning defending undisputed champion of snacks. It's sunflower seeds.
Sunflower seeds.
Liz, no Oreo rule this week, but we did see pumpkin spice Oreos already in store last night. So pumpkin spice season is coming back. Website The Impulsive Buy that I like to track calls this pumpkin inundation season.
Wow.
Because we're inundated with pumpkin spice. Yeah, so we don't have to do that again, do we? We don't have to get and
not.
re-rate the pumpkin spice Oreos? Okay.
Because they didn't win anyway,
That's
so
right.
it doesn't matter.
Liz, I did see there are Oreo muffins, Oreo branded muffins, so we might have to try those. You know what else we have to try, Liz?
What?
To ask a very important question, one that we ask each and every week, can you deep fry this week's snack?
Oh, those are good ones.
Liz.
What?
Focus.
What?
Can you deep fry a turkey leg?
No.
Yes, of course you
deep-fried.
can. No, it's not. These are smoked and roasted. Lissa.
Oh.
Yes, of course you can deep fry a turkey leg. Deep fried turkey is a thing, naturally, and a good thing at that. Liz, we had a deep fried turkey last year at Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
The skin's crispy, the meat's juicy and well seasoned. We liked it a lot. Friend of the show, Mr. Rui, deep fries his turkey every year. We borrowed his rig and did it ourselves. Liz.
Yeah.
The turkey frying rigs that you can get are just engineered enough to give you like the basest sense of basic security when you're essentially creating a grease inferno in your own backyard.
Yeah.
Each Thanksgiving you can watch the internet become awash in like disaster videos of people like melting their driveways and garages by being unsafe with the burners and the oil.
And also with like their turkeys burning and like cutting it open and it's like hard and gross.
Yeah, exactly. Those are always fun to watch, the abject failure of everyone else. Listen, we love the television program Good Eats in this house, obviously. Your mom got me tickets to see Alton Brown live for my birthday last year. That was fun.
Wow.
Yeah, well, we like all the tricks that Alton Brown has taught us about cooking, but my favorite of all time has to be the turkey fryer oil derrick that he rigged up with like a ladder and a pulley to be able to safely drop the turkey into the hot oil in his deep fried turkey episode. That was like genius level culinary engineering.
Yes.
And it was right on time. Liz, do you know what time it is now?
What?
It's time to check out the back of the box, a weekly segment where we play a little game. This week's segment is...
Alyssa Explains It All.
Perhaps my favorite. Alyssa Explains It All. On Alyssa Explains It All, Alyssa, a child, explains to me an item of youth culture that I don't understand. Liz, you know that the title Alyssa Explains It All is a play on Clarissa Explains It All, which was a Nickelodeon show back in the day?
Yeah.
I listened to the Clarissa Explains It All theme song yesterday on Apple Music because I couldn't remember what it was. It's very good. You should check it out for sure. Liz.
What?
I heard a word recently. I want you to tell me if I know what it means, okay? I think I do, but I'm not sure. Are you ready?
Okay.
Here's the word. The word is the ick, Alyssa.
Yes.
Okay, so I've heard people describe their relationships with other people like, oh, he gives me the ick, that kind of thing.
Or like our icks about each other.
Yeah. So here's what I think, Liz. Because teenagers are clever, just like many other words that we've discussed on this show, the kids have shortened a longer word to make it cool, right? Yeah. So we talked about mid and we talked about riz, and I think this is like something similar. So you've heard me say a word before on this show. You've heard me say the word sickly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like we use it pretty regularly as a modifier for the word sweet, like something that's sickly sweet is really, really sugary. Mm-hmm. And I like usually that means unpleasant, but like, you know, something that's so sweet that it's no longer any good. But just like kids do with other slang words, not only do they shorten them, but they sort of like turn them around on their heads like opposites. So like, you know, when they say something gives them the ick, they mean it's sickly, like something sweet, but in a good way. So, you know, like how bad means good sometimes?
No.
Like, you know, like, oh, I don't know if you ever saw this, the movie The Wizard with Fred Savage, which was basically like a long commercial for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Never seen that.
This kid had the power glove and he's like, bro, it's the power glove. It's so bad. And it's like bad meaning good, like Michael Jackson's bad, like that thing.
Oh.
Yeah, so like when someone says that somebody else gives them the ick, they mean that they're like really sweet and they like them. So like, you know, your mom brought me home some Campfire S'mores M&Ms today. Wasn't that nice? She sure gives me the ick, that lady. No. Did I get that right? Did I W-riz that, Liz?
No.
No? Why are you laughing? Everybody just out here giving me the ick, sharing those good vibes.
Ick is bad.
What?
Ick is bad.
Ick is bad?
Yeah. That's why people, when they're like, there's like TikToks and they're like, our icks about each other. And it's like, you poop with the door open.
Well, that's an extreme example, isn't it?
And stuff like that. Or they're like, and you burp super loud. Like, that's an ick. Like,
those
don't
are
do
icks?
that. Yeah, like, don't do that.
So they're not like being sweet?
No, they're like annoying you.
Oh.
It's like, you know, it reminds me of an onomatopoeia. Like, ick. Like, ick.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right, because we talked about onomatopoeia.
Yes.
Good job. You're learning.
Yeah.
So now we've done also vocabulary, spelling, vocabulary, mathematics.
I can't spell onomatopoeia, but I can say it.
That's right. You know what I can say, Liz?
R-E-S. What?
That I like my definition for this word better. And I think this show gives me the ick, the good ick. Liz.
What? Listener mail.
This podcast should reach you in excellent condition, satisfaction guaranteed, or your money back. If you've got a question for us, you can write to the address on the label. That's junkfoodpod@gmail.com. Any final thoughts this week, Alyssa?
Thanks and plugs. No.
Just getting the ick about the show right now. Just so sweet. We love it so much. Gives us the ick.
Outro.
This podcast has contained your recommended daily allowance of fun. For more, go to X, Instagram, Threads, wherever you choose to be social. Find us at Junk Feud Pod. You can watch fun-sized reviews on YouTube, buy our merch on TeePublic. Don't forget to catch all the snaction each and every week wherever you listen to podcasts. Until we see you again, for Alyssa, I'm Mike.
Hasta Sonia.
Don't get any on you.
Bye.